Hi there, Lawrence Allen, founder and director of Think Marketing Again, providing this week's Marketing in Volatile Times, or MIVT, case study. As you'll know by now, this is all part of our 10-week series on how businesses can market themselves during volatile times. And we're now starting to build a really good collection of strategies and case studies that businesses can use. I'd love to hear what you think about this video or any of our content, so please leave a comment or get in touch with me. And of course, if you want to explore this particular topic in more detail, there'll be contact details at the end of the video. This week, however, we're exploring strategy 3 from the MIVT guide, which I'll link to in the comments. But specifically, it's all around how we offer and add massive and genuine value through our sales and marketing, which is pretty much an extension of strategy number 2, which was all around suspending self-interest and focusing on our clients. What I mean specifically, however, is that strategically added value is cost effective, and it will leave your customers with a large, warm, fuzzy feeling, which helps you build those know, like, and trust factors around your brands and services. Of course, there are a lot of companies that offer amazing product value, but I'm sorry to say that's not always enough. And history is littered with businesses, products, and services that were superior or of better value. However, competitors won because they were able to market themselves better, i.e., reach their clients and markets more effectively and efficiently. That's something that Deloitte have actually done really well over the years. Now, when Arthur Andersen collapsed and the big five became the final four, Deloitte was really bringing up the rear, and in Australia they were often referred to as the sick puppy in the press. As a firm, though, they dug really deep, and through smart business but also great marketing, they built a diversified mega brand and went from being the sick puppy to the top dog. And whilst I'm sure many accounting specialists will attribute that to a lot of different things, let me assure you, as coming from that camp, that Deloitte have a very clear and intentional integrated marketing strategy that's executed with deliberate precision. In my first video, though, what I talked about was that there were 3 kind of areas of marketing strategy that businesses can focus on. They can hibernate, innovate, or stimulate. And the stimulate area was really all about those businesses that were taking off during a volatile time. Either their product was suddenly in demand or they've pivoted to create that interest. However, they need to now double down and make the most out of that. And that's because larger competitors and disruptors with deep marketing pockets are going to be looking at what sectors that they can exploit. And trust me, there are a lot of competitive marketing tactics that can be used to influence your specific audience. So if you're winning right now, you really need to understand your audiences, you need to know what's attracting them, and you need to know how you can add value over and above your services. That's because right now we're actually seeing great examples of companies that are getting great traction, but they're not necessarily backing it up in any kind of way. And just because you're not struggling and others are, that doesn't mean you're not leaving a huge amount of business, long and short term, on the table, because you're not marketing yourselves effectively. And just again need to think back to that Deloitte example and to see how effective marketing can work. An example of that currently would be someone like Reed Family Lawyers. Now, I don't know Reed, but I have had a look at their back-end stats and read a few different things on them. And an article I read on news.com.au was all around how family law inquiries are up across Australia as isolation takes a toll on relationships. And specifically, Reed Family Law have seen their inquiries go through the roof. Now, most of that seems organic, which is great, but there's seemingly no backup here. There's no passive or assertive marketing. There's no lead capture points over and above the normal ones. They're not retargeting, i.e. those ads that follow you around when you're online. There's no significant social media presence. There's no kind of Google paid or SEO type work going on, seemingly. But Reed's clients, of course, are going to be searching for solutions to their family law problems. So although it is a bit of a touchy subject and overt marketing can seem in poor taste, if Reed don't service their audience very well or don't offer that value, then typically a competitor will step in and eventually will offer that value. Again, I don't market for Reed, so they could have a plan in place. They just haven't deployed it yet. But again, it just goes to show that for every day that you don't have that marketing in place, potentially an opportunity, a competitor could hone in on that opportunity. Another great example of this is Mapin, and before the pandemic, they offered, well, they're an online family-owned educational tech startup basically, and they offered differentiated curriculums and class plans for foundation to year 6 schools. Now, they had moderate success, but then what they did is during the pandemic is they pivoted to offer distance learning models. Obviously a hot topic right now, and they've just literally blown up, especially in the last week or two. Now, this is a huge opportunity again, but again, there's just no amplification. Now, Mapin have at least used some traditional marketing through PR and their own attempts at social, but if you look at the numbers on the back end, they're just reaching such a low audience rate that there's just going to have little to no impact other than on their existing audience, i.e. there's no audience growth, which leads to improved conversions. Now, they may argue that they don't need that because they're getting those conversions elsewhere, but the nature of a volatile market is it can change under you. So they've pivoted to get that growth. Now, we're hearing that schools might be going back in May. Will that affect their model? Don't know yet, but it could do. So it just goes to show you need to, when you do get those opportunities, you need to strike whilst the iron is hot. Now, the reality for both Mapin and Reed is that traditional marketing itself may feel like a win, but it's not necessarily enough. Under normal circumstances, customers need to see brands and services in excess of 20 times before they start to recognize them. And in volatile periods, that's going to be even higher due to disruptive factors. Potential clients and customers just seeing you isn't enough in a volatile situation, and you actually need to nurture them. And what I mean by that is you need to capture their details and go through a remarketing process, again, which all adds value to the customer experience. And it's often a perpetual misconception in service-based businesses that the preferred strategy should be referrals. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe in referrals, and as part of what we do, we have a specific referral protocol that we follow. However, it shouldn't be your go-to sales and marketing strategy. If your business can't generate a pipeline, then you need to be asking some pretty serious questions on your sales and marketing. So if you're doing really well right now, how you can capitalize on that is you can employ a specific marketing strategy called inbound marketing. Now, I won't go into this in great detail because I want to keep these videos as short as I can, but the specific benefits of inbound are that it creates more leads, it works across multiple industries, it's perfect for SME businesses, you're 3 times as likely to see higher ROI with inbound, and globally marketers recognize that inbound is the way to go now and in the future. Now, if you want more information on inbound, there's lots on our website or indeed on MIVT. Have a look around our services, but check out the resources, and specifically under resources, have a look at our blog, which is a great resource in itself, and it's got MIVT information, inbound information, case studies, and other sector-specific content around professional services and recruitment firms, which is our speciality. As always, we want to try and bring all this strategic thinking into a succinct view. So we've created this volatile marketing guide. So if you're trying to survive, win more business, or just keep your brand relevant, it's definitely worth a look. And I'll include it in the comment section of this post. Of course, if you want to speak to me directly, if you have any questions, email me or call me or get in touch via social. I'd love to hear from you. Of course, if you've enjoyed this video as well, please give it a like or comment on the video, as we'd love to hear what you thought. And thanks for watching the video. Please consider what you're doing with your marketing right now during this volatile time, but also have some fun with it. Marketing needs to be a genuine activity, and there are lots of opportunities right now in the market. Thanks for your time and enjoy your day.